It's 2022 guys, and to start off this year, this video will be about Mario Party Superstars. There are 100 minigames to play in that game, so I picked out 30 of my favorite minigames to talk about in the video. But first, can we talk about how quick 2021 went? And I actually spent a full year on YouTube. And thanks to you guys, I've grown significantly on YouTube and on socials. So I would love to thank every single one of you guys for your support. Wouldn't be here without you. But now, without further ado, let's get on with the video. First off, at number 30, we got HANDCAR HAVOG. This minigame will have you be split into teams of 2. You and your teammate has to push and pull your car all the way to the end with shifting your weight so you don't fall into the lava. To play this, you have to mash A while using the analog stick to shift the weight. I really love this minigame only for its challenge. The challenge to mash A while also trying not to fall in the lava is pretty satisfying. And of course, it's harder when the CPUs are on master. Unless you're one of those people that can literally mash A faster than Mario can go with the Superstar. I mean, no hate or anything. I mean, that takes work, but how? At number 29, we got BOBSLED Run. Classic minigame. You once again split into teams of 2, and to start you have to mash A. Once you're on the bobsled, get ready for Mario Kart without items. You can choose your kind of speed. And make sure not to fall off the cliff, because if you do, Lakitu is not going to come and save you. You would just lose the minigame. While I hate that there is no Lakitu that can come save you, which would have been a nice Easter egg, this minigame is still best at its finest. It's such a classic minigame, and it may have been one of the most popular minigames from Mario Party 1 and 2. And I can see why. It's high speed and trying not to fall off cliffs because the turning is kind of slow. It's very satisfying to me. At number 28, we got What Goes Up. While it's a reskin of Leaf Leap, which is a better version in my opinion, here you have to jump on Koopa Paratroopas, and I guess you can call this a slightly harder version because you can bump your head while trying to jump, which leads you to falling down. But yeah, it's basically just a reskin of Leaf Leap. While I think Leaf Leap is better, this minigame isn't half bad. Its challenge is definitely upped a bit though. At number 27, we got Later Skater. Here you race around the ice rink for 5 laps. Whoever gets all 5 laps done first wins. And you can lose speed as well. So it's like an on-foot Mario Kart without items, speed boosts, and the scenery, but yeah, an on-foot Mario Kart. If you haven't noticed, I love racing minigames in Mario Party. It's kind of a theme. I don't know if it's because I'm a big fan of Mario Kart or not, but I just love them, so you can kind of see why this minigame is on the list. At number 26, we got Chip Shot Challenge, a regular golfing challenge. In this minigame, you have one putt to either get it in the hole or get it as close as possible. Hint the name. If you're the closest to the hole, you win, while if you get a hole-in-one, you automatically win. I'm a huge fan of Mario Golf as well, so this one is pretty self-explanatory. While it doesn't work the same way as a Mario Golf match, as you can't choose which club you want, it's no speed golf, but still, it's fun. And also, I'm a fan of Mario anything, so just a heads up. At number 25, we got Cheep Chase. It's kind of self-explanatory. The Cheep will chase you in water, and you gotta try to swim and escape as fast as you can. There are spikes in the way. You can dodge it by diving under it. If the Cheep catches you, he'll swallow you with literally no way of coming back. And yet another racing minigame. No, this train will never stop in this video. While it is fun to try and get to the end, you are met with challenges with the spikes, and you know me, I love minigames that are met with challenges, so mashing A while diving to avoid the spikes is challenging, at least for me. Mind you, there is a finish line, so if you make it to the finish line or get eaten last, you will obviously win. At number 24, we got Tread Carefully, which was originally called Shell Shocked. We really don't know why that got changed, but anyway, here you have to hit an opponent twice for them to get out. But if you're hit twice, you're out. There are 3 different maps you can go to, each one just adding more pipes to make it more quote-unquote difficult. I say that with quotes because you can literally just shoot over the pipes. But no hate on this minigame, I love this minigame. At number 23, we got the Final Countdown. Here you have 9 panels, and each one will have different numbers. Once the minigame starts, the numbers will start counting down. And if you're on a panel that has 0, you're going down to the river below. So if you're the last one standing, you win. Can I also say that towards the end, the numbers start going down faster? While Nintendo tried to make it more challenging by making the numbers go down faster towards the end, it's really just an easy minigame if you know what you're doing. And you know me with easy minigames, so this minigame deserves to be somewhere on this list. At number 22, we got MUSH Pit, which was originally called Toadstool Titan. I don't know why this minigame name got changed, but I think it's because by the time Mario Party 3 came out, which is where this minigame is from, Peach was known as Toadstool at the time, and Peach is now known as Peach, so that's probably why they changed it. But back to the minigame. Here you have blocks you have to break to find the Mega Mushroom. Once you do, you can either grab it or someone else can steal it from you. Once someone has the Mega Mushroom, that person can send the opponent flying by simply stomping on them. What is this, Smash Bros? All I know is that it's very satisfying to get that Mega Mushroom, but once another person get it, run for your life, because once you blink, you're out. And once you blink again, the whole game is over. Well, maybe I'm over exaggerating here, but still, the games go by pretty fast. At number 21, we got Piranha's Pursuit. It's a high-speed chase between you and the piranha. Basically, it's a 1v3 minigame, and the 3 people have to make the plant grow by ground pounding the cloud for water to come out. As the plant gets bigger, it gets more difficult as the plant gets closer and closer. Plus, there is obstacles you have to jump over, like branches and rocks. I don't know if you can call this a racing game. I mean, I guess you can call this a skateboard version of Mario Kart, but it's a challenge once the piranha starts gaining on you. You have to mash A to go faster, and like I said, obstacles will be in your way as well, which makes the minigame more entertaining. At number 20, we got Paths of Peril. Here you have to make it through skinny paths, and sometimes you can even choose the path you want to walk on. You can even go on bridges as well. Mind you, you can fall off, and it takes 10 seconds for Lakitu to come and pick you up. Now this is the true Mario Kart. Just a simple mini game. If you make it to the end first, you win. But let me tell you, your heart will be beating very fast while playing this mini game. At number 19, we got Bill Blasters. Here you have to shoot bullet bills and try to hit the other players. You are spinning while doing this, so you have to try and stop it at the right time. And this is easier said than done. Trying to stop it at the right time is kind of hard, but trust me, once you get a last hit on someone, it's very satisfying. At number 18, we got Nightlight Fright. Here you have to get the chain chomp as close as you can to your character and shine a flashlight on him to stun him. But if you don't shine your flashlight on him in time, you're gone. This minigame is kind of easy if you know what you're doing, but if you know this minigame too well, you would know that it's kind of hard to stop it in time, especially if you're on master CPUs. The master CPUs can stop it at like 0.1 while you're at 2.5, but other than that, the minigame is actually fun. At number 17, we got Bouncing Trounce. It's kind of like a really amped up version of bumper balls, but it's kind of not. You see, in this minigame, you bounce instead of staying on the ground, and you can try and spin to knock each other off the platforms, which disappears after some time. Whoever is the last one standing wins. Or if people are still on the platforms, when time runs out, they all win. So yeah, it's kind of like an enhanced version of bumper balls, but it's kind of not. At number 16, we got Monty's Revenge. Here you have to keep your head out of the hole for the longest without the Montys coming in and smacking you with a hammer. Kind of like whack-a-mole, but instead you're the one that's coming out of the holes. Simple mini game. Whoever stays out the longest wins. I don't think I need to explain this one as much. At number 15, we got Snowball Summit. Here you have to mash B to make snowballs, and once you do, you can either hit an opponent with it or try and knock him off. Or you can push it and roll it and hopes it hits an opponent. This is cool and all, but my favorite part is when somebody has a big ball, and once that hits an opponent, I'm 98% sure that it'll automatically KO the opponent. Or you can either make a snowball and keep it to yourself. And number 14, we got Rapid River Race. This is one of my favorite minigames from Mario Party 10 and is one of my favorite minigames now. Here you have to beat the race first to win, but mind you, there are urchins, which means if you hit them, it'll slow down the speed you have. Speaking of speed, you can speed up by pressing A, but be careful. If you're at the max speed, there is no way to slow down and you don't know what you're doing, you can hit an urchin and boom, you're in 4th place just like that. Not to brag or anything, but I beat this entire race at full speed without hitting a single urchin. If I said that another minigame was the true Mario Kart, which I did, I was way wrong because this is the real, true Mario Kart. At number 13, we got BURNSTILE. This is a 2v2 minigame, and here you have to jump at the right time before the spikes come and hit you or your teammate. If you or your teammate gets hit, you lose, obviously. This could be an enhanced version of TikTok Hop, only that it's not a clock, it's not based off of Super Mario 64, and it's a 2v2 instead of a 1v1. But still, they're both great. At number 12, we got Mecha Marathon. Here, you and the other players each has toy Shy Guys. You have to mash A and B together to wind them up. Once you're done, you have to depend on your Shy Guy to see who will stay in the air the longest. Obviously, whoever is the last one in the air wins. But you can actually tie with someone in this minigame, which is low-key hard to do. This may be hard to believe, but I love minigames where you have to mash buttons. It was something that Super Mario Party was missing a lot with its minigames, and I'm really glad Nintendo remade minigames where you have to mash buttons. I know that seems weird, but it's true. At number 11, we got the classic mushroom mix-up. Should I really have to explain this one? You have to go to the mushroom platform with the pattern Toad holds up. Pretty simple and, like I said, classic minigame. At number 10, we got Snow World. Here you have to press A, B, Y, and X in that order as fast as you can. It's harder than it sounds. It can go well at first, but you can lose momentum and you have to try and gain it back. And that's what makes the minigame entertaining. Also, the master CPUs go very fast, so it's very likely that you will not get this first try with the master CPUs, unless you like mashing your controller like a god or something. At number 9, we got TikTok Hop. Here you have to jump over the moving clock hand, but watch out because the platform you're standing on can also start moving too, and it can obviously juke you out. This is just like BURNSTILE, instead this one is more classic and this one is low-key better. At number 8, we got Bombs Away. Here you have to watch out for cannonballs that's targeting you and the other players. You can either get hit with a cannonball or you can either fall in the water. For some reason, the ground is slippery, so it makes it kind of harder. Classic minigame as well. And it's very fun. It's even better and funnier with friends. At number 7, we got Bumper Balls. You should know this one and it's pretty self-explanatory. You have to bump the other players with your ball to knock them off. Last one standing wins. It's also pretty easy to tie in this minigame. There is also 3 different maps as well, with a lava theme, a snow theme, and a grass theme. In my opinion, the snow theme is the hardest for me, but then we have the grass theme which has a lot of small hills, so which one is the hardest for you? Tell me in the comments. At number 6, we got Crazy Cutters. Here you have to complete the outline of the picture with a jackhammer. There are 3 different pictures you can choose from. One is a boo, one is a chain chomp, and one is a blooper. For me, the chain chomp is always the hardest. It's like games with different maps, the second one is always the hardest. We are at the last 5, and at number 5, we got the one and only facelift. Here you have to recreate the Bowser face on screen with the Bowser face you have. Some are hard while others is just straight up funny, and then there are some that has Bowser looking confused. Fun fact, and you probably already know this, but this is a reference to Super Mario 64, where when you start up the game, you can play with Mario's face. And this minigame was originally on the original Mario Party, which was on the N64. At number 4, we got Dungeon Duos. This is a 2v2 minigame, and here you and your teammate has to walk on what looks like the same skis, so you both have to move the same leg and not trip up. There is lava in a swamp to make them more quote-unquote challenging, but it's really not that challenging. The only challenging part about it really is trying to sync up with your partner, but other than that, the minigame is really fun. At number 3, we got Vine With Me. This is a 1v1 minigame, and here you have vines that you have to swing on to get across. Some vines don't sneak in with others in time, so you do have to wait for some vines. Okay, off topic, but this kind of reminds me of the rope swing minigame from Wii Party, and now that I think about it, Wii Party must have gotten the idea from Mario Party 3 because, I mean, come on. At number 2, we got Shy Guy Says, the most, if not the classic minigame on this list right beside Mushroom Mix-Up. Everyone should know what to do in this minigame. Here you have to press the button that Shy Guy has on his flag. But be careful, because Shy Guy is awful in this minigame. He'll juke you out in an instant. And then if you press the button too late, which happens very common towards the end, you're out in the open sea. But other than all of this minigame is really fun if you know what you're doing, and it gets really fun when Shy Guy starts going faster. And finally, at the number 1 spot, we got Hot Rope Jump. This minigame is really fun. All you have to do is jump at the right time. But if you have it on endless mode, you can go for a high score, which is really fun. It's even more fun when the jump rope starts getting more faster. And here we are at the end. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, consider subscribing to my channel and hitting that bell to get notified whenever I upload. And consider following all my socials that are on screen right now so you can get more video updates. And I will see you in the next one, and welcome to 2022. Peace.